South African, a very, very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express. My name is GDD, and Palesa, I have to say, between my highest heels and your top knot, we are almost the same height.
Almost the same height. Good afternoon, South Africa. My name is Palesa Dembe. Jeannie, it is Mandela Day, baby. Happy Mandela Day.
Did you do your 67 minutes?
Girl, we've got a lot more coming up for you. About to see how I threw it down in the kitchen.
Oh, really? Yeah. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, we've got it on film. So
for some reason, nobody asked me to be in a kitchen for 67 minutes.
For some reason.
Now, as the cold front creeps up all over the country, we hope that you are taking a moment to think about all of the people that aren't fortunate enough to have comfortable living conditions. And if you have the means to help, please, we urge you to do so. And now, every year around this time, I think we commemorate the legacy of Utata Mandela. And this year marks the 10th anniversary of Mandela Day initiative, where we encourage and encouraged to lend a hand to the needy. What a beautiful initiative.
Very, very beautiful. And we also meet self-taught visual artist Enoch Mlangeni, who makes art pieces from coffee beans. And for Fashion Express Thursdays, we meet designer Vuyasi Polo from the fashion label Fashion Guards.
I love Fashion
Sounds
Guards.
incredible.
We're also going to be discussing how to avoid becoming a victim of email scams with Fabric CEO Kalyani Pillay. Plus, we chat to the head of content at Have You Heard Marketing, John Savage, about the free co-working space at the new Ant Studios.
They look absolutely incredible. So connect with us online and tell us what you did with your 67 minutes for giving back on Mandela Day. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. Are those packages coming along well?
I've already dropped all of my packages off.
I love that, love that.
I know, I had a very productive morning. Now, Biko's Manna is a talented sibling duo comprising of Biko and her younger brother, Manna. They went from performing on the pavements of Mlangeni every weekend to performing at the presidential house for President Cyril Ramaphosa. Groomed by two musical legends, Bekumana and Ennock, the young singers have a holistic approach to their music. Let's have a look at a little snippet of Biko's Manna performing in Mlangeni. Talented are these kids. So we are joined now on the couch by Biko's Manna and their mum, Ayanda. So please do connect with us online if you've got any questions for the sibling duo, and tell us about something that you started doing at a young age. Please remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in your comments. Welcome to the show, guys. Wow, so talented. When I first heard about you, what really caught my eye was the name, Biko's Manna, because it reminded me of heaven's manna, like a gift from heaven. So tell me about the name. I think you named them.
Yes. Actually, the name, my aunt came up with the name Biko's Manna, because we used to call them Bekumana.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, there's no catch to it, you know. She's the creative. So she was like, what about Biko's Manna? And it just had such a deep meaning, you know. It's like Biko, when I was pregnant with him, she couldn't wait to have somebody to play with. So it's like Manna is hers. And, you know, as soon as he came to this world, she was like taking care of him. But also Biko, referring to our great leaders who've done such great things for us. This is now our Manna. Like what we're experiencing are the results of everything that they've been doing in the past. So that's how it came about, you know.
So I've got 3 little brothers. Does he always feel like a little blessing to you? Tell the truth.
Good, tell the truth now. Speak.
So you guys are exceptionally talented and, of course, grew up in a house with amazing musicians. Like, I think your grannies were in Black Angels. So you had music around you all the time. What was the thing that you guys can remember that happened in your life when you thought, I'm going to follow in the footsteps of these legends?
When I was a child, I used to like music. I used to like sit in the pram and then I used to like watch people rehearse at the rehearsal, and I was inspired by Kuluke Fasi and Leta Mbuli.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved music when I was a child. I really loved music.
Did you love music when you were a child too?
Yes, I love music so much.
What else did you really love?
You know,
Okay, tell all of us.
I loved like skateboard and
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
So you guys perform at the markets, of course, in Maboneng.
Yeah.
What's it like performing and having all of these people enjoy your music? Do you get a little bit nervous?
I'm actually famous at Maboneng. We're actually famous at Maboneng.
Oh, I have
so
no doubt.
Everybody knows us at Maboneng.
Sure.
So we feel really good when people watch us play the guitar at Maboneng. I also feel good when I see them happy.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice place to bask in. So yeah.
It really is a good place to
Yeah.
bask in. Fame is wonderful. But so is like great music appreciation. Tell me how you guys come up with your music. Do you write it yourselves?
I sometimes write my own music. Sometimes Manna write his own music, and sometimes we compose songs together. Sometimes we separate songs together. So yeah.
What does your future look like?
What do you want to be when you
Yeah.
grow
I
up?
want to be a pilot.
A pilot? A singing pilot?
Actually, he decided that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's going to change a lot by the time you might. Thank you so much for being here today. And we're looking forward to you performing a little bit later. What are you going to be singing for us?
We are going to be singing Africa, and this song I composed because the first time I met Mamwini Mandela, I was really inspired by her, and then I just ran and just locked myself in the room and just composed the song for her. So,
Well, you're not only going to be famous in Maboneng, we're trying to get you famous across the whole of South Africa.
Yeah.
So let's see what South Africa has to say.
Definitely having South Africa buzzing on the socials. And we've asked you on our social media platforms, do you have any questions for the sibling duo? And tell us about something that you started at a young age. So we've got Aisha here saying they look mighty adorable. I started many things from a young age, but failed at consistency. I would like to say to them to keep at it and most especially enjoy what they do. So definitely, I hope you guys are taking notes. We've also got another hit comment from Uzinhle Valasha, who says, my kids love them. They are both in Mam Sakile's story house. I think we'll be watching. Homework can be done after. Look, we definitely want to encourage everyone to do your homework, but I know you've got lots of fans viewing at home. Shout out to you guys.
That's beautiful.
So after the break, we meet self-taught visual artist Enoch Mlangeni. Get over to our social media platforms. Use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments so that we can find you and read them out live on air. See you after the break.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express and happy Nelson Mandela Day. Now, recently, LG launched 2 new smartphone offerings that we've been chatting about on the show, namely the G8Q, Think Q, and its innovative Z camera technology, and the Q60 that offers features of a premium phone but at a mid-range price. And today we're joined by Chris Hopkins from the mobile communications at LG to unpack these incredible pieces of tech. Now, Chris, we last connected when we were volunteering at the Johannesburg Children's Home, but now you're volunteering your information on these 2 incredible devices. Talk to me about these phones.
Okay, so first of all, as you've mentioned already, the 2 new devices that we newly launched this month is the LG G8S, Thin Q, and then the mid-range LG Q60. And I think these 2 devices are going to do wonders for us, as they all bring their own unique features in certain segments in the market.
Yeah, I want to delve into these unique features. I mean, we see with the G8S that it has this incredible Z camera, and you know, the Z camera can pick up facial recognition, air motion. It's absolutely incredible. I haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah, so the Z camera is actually quite a complex thing. It consists of 4 elements. So on the front of the device, there are 2 infrared transmitters, one sender and one receiver, as well as a time of flight sensor, and then obviously the front camera itself. Now, as you've mentioned, there's a whole host of features that this Z camera enabled consumers to do. So if we take, for example, a hand ID.
Yes.
All right. So hand ID gives the consumer the opportunity to actually unlock his device without physically touching it. Now, as you know, in terms of security, that's very important for us these days on our mobile devices, because our whole life actually lives on our smartphones these days. And
you know, a lot of the time, Chris, you find yourself putting in your PIN code like this, making sure no one looks over it, your shoulder. But now with this, it kind of works as like a fingerprint scanner, but you can scan your whole palm.
Correct. So the 2 infrared scanners actually recognizes the veins inside your hand.
Wow.
So it's virtually unbreakable. It cannot be copied even by a 3D printer.
Wow. And okay, let's quickly delve into the Q60. This seems like a phone with such premium features, but it comes at a mid-range price, making it accessible to different people.
Yes, absolutely. I'm really excited about the Q60. It's the only phone in its segment to feature quad camera, or 4 cameras. So there's 3 cameras at the rear, 1 camera at the front. We've also incorporated our signature wide-angle photography, which we started in 2015, into a mid-range device such as the Q60, and it also features a depth sensor now on the rear. And that works wonders for your bouquet-style photos. I'm sure you're quite familiar with that.
I know all about this, because
you can blur out
it blurs out the background and makes me the subject of the camera, so my selfies are always popping.
Yes, and we've actually advanced it now so that you can blur the background even after you've taken a normal photo.
Wow.
So it really gives you that creative opportunity to play around with your photos and really become creative.
Beautiful. I mean, I've already bought in, I'm sold, but who else is the perfect customer for these devices?
So if we look at the G8S, with that being our premium flagship device, that is generally for the consumer that's looking for a powerhouse device, but also with a very smart camera system built into it.
Okay.
You know, the tech-savvy guy always shopping for new technology. Q60, in my opinion, is more focused on the youth. You know, it features a very nice 6.2-inch display as well, with the quad camera system that we've discussed. It's got a very good battery as well. And there's quite a few intuitive functions built into the Q60, for example, YouTube Live. I'm sure you're familiar with the function of YouTube Live. I'm so obsessed with it. And social media has definitely shot up and shot off. So we've definitely seen that we've got the premium G8S Think Q device, and then this Q60 device, which is brilliant for students and those that are up and coming. Chris, you are such a wealth of knowledge. I'm going to delve deeper behind the scenes, but thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Now, so whatever you're looking for, innovative tech or features of a premium phone at a mid-range price, then LG has you covered.
Enoch Mlangeni is a self-taught visual artist who did not let his inability to attend art school defer his dream of becoming an artist. It was after high school that he dedicated his time and energy into expressing himself through his art. He practiced various art techniques from pen and paper drawings to acrylics and is now currently using coffee granules as a form of art. Join the conversation online if you have any questions for Enoch, and tell us if you have any self-taught skills yourself. Please remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in your comments. Welcome to the show, Enoch.
Hi, it's nice to be here. Thank you.
I first became aware of your work when I saw the piece that you did of black coffee.
Yes.
And then I realized that you actually had done the piece with black coffee. It was sheer genius. How did you come up with the idea of using coffee as a medium?
When I started doing art, I used to lack materials.
Yeah.
So I used to experiment a lot with different things, from papers, pencils, anything that was at my disposal, I will use it. And the other day I was busy doing my work and the coffee spilled on my piece.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remove the mark. So I had to be creative with it. So what can I do with this? Then that's when I started doing different mixes of coffee. And I said, okay, this can be something. Then I started doing the first piece and posted it on my social media, and people liked the idea of the coffee art.
Yeah.
And that's how the idea developed from there.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now, how does it wear? Like if I had to buy one of your paintings, what is how long will the coffee last? Will I be able to hang it up and it'll last forever? Or do you have to put some kind of sealer on that will last?
Yeah, I was expecting that question because coffee is a consumable product.
Yeah.
And I had to I asked myself, how can I put it there so that it can stay forever?
Yeah.
And I developed some recipes to keep it there permanently, but
Amazing.
I can't share.
Yeah, don't tell us what it is, otherwise everyone's going to be using coffee. But it's absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little bit about this piece about Mandela.
This piece, I was actually dedicating this to him because he has played a huge role in our lives. So the inspiration he is to, globally, not only in South Africa. Yeah, so I think we can be the Mandelas of today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we all can. That would be the goal. So now, where do you see your art moving forward? Are you only ever going to use coffee as a medium, or when you become really, really famous and all your artworks are just ridiculously expensive, do you think you'll be using other forms of paints and pens and pencils and etc.?
Yes, coffee will remain my signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still experimenting some of the stuff, some of the new things, and trying to get waste in my artworks as time goes on. And from here, we're busy with the studio, and in 10 years, maybe I want to open my own academy for the disadvantaged.
Well, you've already got the Shack Art Gallery or Art Studio. What exactly is that?
So the idea of the Shack is it's where we take disadvantaged people from the community and give them art classes and teach them about art. And the idea is to teach the whole community in general the importance of art. Yeah. So
do you actually sit in the Shack and then teach all these kids? You must see such an amazing wealth of talent there.
Yes, because I think, and it's true, every kid is born an artist, but the problem is how you remain an artist. And with all the challenges that they face, it's hard for them to go over the cloud that is stopping them from reaching their dreams.
Wow, so I hope these kids know how lucky they are having you mentor them and guide them through their art leadership. That is amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's see what South Africa has to say about your gorgeous pieces.
Absolutely gorgeous indeed. So we've asked you on our socials if you have any questions for Enoch, and if you could have any self-taught skills, what are they? So we've got Sammy the artist who commented, I have some skills too, but what advice would you give to other artists who are struggling to get clients, and what steps can they take to be popular or known like you?
Did you get that question?
Yes. I use social media a lot because I think it's something that everybody can access. That is easy and cheap to access. So I think social media is the best way to go now, because everyone is always on their phone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So be sure to follow Enoch then on his Instagram and give him a little follow. All those details will be on our website. Thank you so much for being here today.
Enoch definitely subtweeted me. I am the people that are always on their phone. So after the break, we chat to John Savage about the free co-working space at the new AMP Studios. Plus, we make a very hearty and delicious umleqwa with steamed bread made with amasi with Chef Pumla. See you after the break.
Become an investor with every swipe with the Old Mutual Money account.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I hope that you are having an amazing Monday day. Now, if you are an up-and-coming artist and haven't heard about the Old Mutual Amped Studios yet, then prepare your ears and get a pen ready, because we're joined now by Have You Heard's head of content.
My title makes no sense.
I mean, it's an interesting one, but it's a good one. You deserve it. Mr. John Savage,
Hello.
who has promised us some inside information on this free co-working space. Lovely to see you.
Nice to be in your new studio.
You have literally done everything in the entertainment industry. You've worked for, everyone, but it's good. This is a great space to be in.
Thank you. Yes, I think so.
Tell me a little bit about Old Mutual's vision in wanting to get involved in this hub.
So I think the hub, there's a great synergy with Old Mutual, because this hub has really been many, many years in the making. And I think the music industry is sort of broken. It's very difficult to sort of get up in the music industry, and a lot of it is there's no real infrastructure, no real support.
Yeah.
And we wanted to create something that really sort of did the job of something you could go to and put all the pieces together, meet the right people, learn the right stuff. And it was largely inspired by this sort of idea that our great South African legends who, when they pass away, a lot of them pass away broke or with financial issues and have made millions in their lives. And we always act surprised, well, how's this happen? And it comes down to the idea of like financial education inside the entertainment industry is almost nowhere. And we wanted to try and create a place that we would not perpetuate that with current artists, and we see it with sports as well. So we built this place really with that in mind. How do we actually put these pieces together to give people the building blocks to start a career in the entertainment industry? And Old Mutual also all about financial education, so it was a great fit for what we're doing, and it's worked out incredibly. The place is insane.
I think nowadays you can't just be a musician, but you've got to know the business of music. You can't, you know, just do the gig without knowing how to invoice for the gig and pay the tax on that gig.
Right.
So what kind of facilities are in place for young kids who want to break into the industry?
So that is right. We sort of have a tough love policy, and the idea is it's not a sweet space to be inspired. You're there to work, you're there to learn. So we have free co-working space. We have amazing coffee shop. We have this really beautiful boardroom. So if you're hustling and you want to impress a client or a brand or a record label, you can go and use this boardroom. We have a magnificent stage with PA and lighting that you can do showcases from. That we've invited emerging entrepreneurs to use as a pop-up platform. When you go upstairs into you have to earn your way upstairs. We've got a world-class recording studio that's free. We've got this thing called a creation station. It's like a computer with, you can do podcasting and post-production. We've got digital radio station, the Eye there, and Metro FM are moving in as well upstairs. So everything you can do, you need to do in the industry, in the music industry, it's all there sitting in AMP Studios.
Okay, so you said that you've got to earn your way up those little tiers of the more you get. So what is your entry level? Like, how does one become part of it?
You have to participate, you have to be involved. We have Old Mutual financial advisors come to the events and stuff. You have to show that you're committed. I think in the music industry, there's a lot of guys with talent, but like you were just saying, it's not just the talent. You've got to be hungry for it. So you have to be really involved to earn your way upstairs. And with the partnership with Old Mutual, you have to have a money account. That's really your ticket to upstairs. But upstairs is really a fairy tale. The recording studio is crazy cool. Kuli Chan has partnered us with the studio. So he's there as a resource.
Yeah, we've had him here. He's incredible.
So it really is. If you are in AMP Studios, you're going to meet a lot of people in the industry, especially having like Metro there. There's Metro DJs there. We've just done a project with Google, so now we've got YouTube facilities in there as well. So if you're going to walk into that studio any day, 7 days a week, you're going to find something that will help you.
I sing a lot in the shower. Could I maybe give you an audition in the ad break, like?
I've got a really important meeting coming up.
Thank you so much, John Savage, for being here. You are such a legend in the industry. So it's really great for you to share all of this, of course, with the AMP Studios. So at the end of this month, the Old Mutual AMP Studios will host their next AMP Icon Hero Conversation live on Metro FM between Jay Something and Vusi Mahlasela. So please send your name over WhatsApp to 081 707 6636 to be part of it. It sounds so exciting. I'd love to come. It's going to be amazing. Clover Amasi Otando is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Stand by. I think she's linking.
Oh, I've been to those AMP studios in Johannesburg, Pumla, and they are incredible. If you are in Newtown, definitely make a visit there. But back to the kitchen. The creamy, smooth and rich taste of Clover Amasi Otando makes it ideal for whether you're baking or cooking. And to commemorate Mandela Day, we're making an incredibly hearty umleqwa with steamed amasi bread. So to try this at home, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Remember, SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Chef Pumla, we had to bring Nelson Mandela Day for you to visit us back in the loft, but it is such a privilege.
I'm so honored.
Because you've got such an incredible recipe lined up for us.
Oh yes, we do. So today we are making our steamed bread is made with the Clover Amasi Otando. So we want that richness and the creaminess. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add the warm water there.
Okay.
And to the warm water, I'll help you, Pali. We're going to add just about a quarter of Clover Amasi.
Okay.
Otando.
Oh, Otando.
With
the love that we need.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And
to that, we are going to just mix it a little bit. Take the wooden spoon. Mix it a little bit, and then we are going to add our yeast. So the liquid will dissolve the yeast.
Okay, brilliant.
So that's our yeast. That's our salt. And we need only about 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Adding that sweetness in. I mean, back at home in Durban, say it's ujeke, not
Yes,
steamed bread,
ma'am.
ujeke.
I can actually save you from that.
Oh, okay, help me.
If you allow me. So we don't need to go through the trouble because I've already gone through the trouble for you.
Nice. Our Chef Pumla. That's why I had you back in the loft. Listen, if you want to try this at home, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Oh, amasi.
Yes, ma'am.
That has come together to make
You see
this
how
gorgeous
nicely
steamed
this
bread.
looks? So the clover amasi otando added that nice creaminess and the smoothness. See how smooth our dough looks.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. It's a masterpiece indeed in the kitchen.
So what we're going to do, our dough is ready now.
Yeah.
So you put that with some water to steam it. So you'll steam it for about an hour. So go ahead, Pali, and put it
Okay.
in the water.
Straight in there. Safety first at home. Make sure you don't get
Cover
burnt.
that.
Be very
And
vigilant.
then leave it to do the work.
Okay.
Leave the steam to do the work, and we end up with our amasi steam bread.
Beautiful. But I want to get into the stew now. How can you make the perfect stew with umleqwa? Because umleqwa is a bit more hard. If for those at home, viewers that are watching, and you're not sure what umleqwa is, it's the road runner, the chicken road
Yes,
runner.
or free range.
Free range chicken. Oh, that's what you call it, free range?
Yes, it's free range.
Okay.
So our stew, we've already done the hard work for you. Tell me, isn't that hearty?
It smells so good. It looks even better. I know my favorite piece is a drumstick. So let me just dish
so
that right
there
on
you
up.
go. So this is the process is very easy, really. So what we did, we browned the chicken both sides and then removed it, put it on the side, added our onion, our green pepper, a bit of seasoning, and some smoked masala for a bit of nice smokiness, and then some seasoning. So that's salt and pepper, tomatoes, and then to that we added chicken stock just to enhance the flavor there. I can actually help you with the bread.
No
please.
problem. Whilst you're cutting up the bread, I would love you to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 if you would love to try this at home. But if you want a little recap of how this is made, here's a
Made with love by Clover.
Clover amasi otando is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover. Now that's definitely a good choice for the dinner menu tonight. And now, the new reality show, The Next Brand Ambassador, starts broadcasting from the 15th of August right here on SABC3. And the call to entry is well underway. So the series will follow the search for 3 industry-leading marketing talents to represent South Africa's #1 retail bank, Capitec. So if you think that you are smart and sussed enough to take on some of South Africa's best marketers and influencers, enter to be considered as a contestant on the show. Entries for Johannesburg have unfortunately closed, but the deadline for Durban and Cape Town candidates is midnight on Monday, the 22nd of July. So please don't let this career opportunity pass you by. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for full details on how to enter and also those all-important T's and C's. Enter now to be a contestant and live better with Capitec and the Next Brand Ambassador. Coming soon to SABC3.
The search is on for the next brand ambassador, and it could be you. The Next Brand Ambassador is an exciting new reality show where candidates compete in various challenges to test their marketing skills, teamwork, and creativity, where ultimately the 3 most worthy will each win the opportunity to work with the marketing team at the bank awarded Best Bank in South Africa. If you think you possess the necessary skills to outperform the rest, Record a short video introducing yourself and tell us why you have what it takes. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for all the T's and C's and entry details. Joburg entries are now closed, but deadline for Durban and Cape Town candidates is midnight on Monday, 22nd July. So get those applications in and live better with the Next Brand Ambassador and SABC3. The stage is yours. Proudly brought to you by Capitec.
After the break, we discuss how to avoid becoming a victim of email scams with Sibling CEO Kalyani Pillay, plus Vuyasi Bolo of the label Fashion Guards showcases his latest collection.
My name is Nay Maps, and I was a contestant on season 8 of Tropical Island of Treasure. It was amazing.
I'm Sashi Naidu, and I was the winner of season 2 Tropical Island of Treasure Zanzibar. I can honestly say that even if I hadn't won, it was one of the best experiences of my life.
If you'd like to win that 1 million rand, make sure you enter season 9 of Tropical Island of Treasure.
Let fame and fortune find you in Carousel Tropical Island of Treasure season 9.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Istanbul, Barcelona, Rome, Athens and Venice are just a few of the amazing places that you could be headed to with Turkish Airlines. Now, as amazing as those destinations sound, the fare specials from Turkish Airlines are even better. Because between the 1st of September and the 13th of November, you could reduce your travel costs with tickets starting from 7,400 Rand. And if that wasn't incredible enough, they also are giving you a chance to have a free stopover in Istanbul, allowing you to enjoy the chance of 2 incredible destinations for one. And if you want to take advantage of this incredible offer, simply speak to your preferred travel agent or go directly to Turkish Airlines before the 31st of July. Widen your world with Turkish Airlines, and remember that T's and C's apply.
Cybercriminals are forever using creative ways to gain access to our personal information and could use it to commit fraud and steal your money. Sibling CEO Kalyani Pillay is back in the loft to discuss email compromise and how we can protect ourselves. How are you?
Well, thanks, Jeannie.
Always such a pleasure to have you here. So what is email compromise, and can somebody actually hijack your email?
Absolutely. So what happens, the very word compromise is actually what happens. Okay. Someone gets into your mailbox, they get access to information that allows them to go into to have control of your email, which is a frightening, a scary thing. One, they get access to everything that's in there. Two, they can communicate as if they're you, because they have access to your email. They're sending it out. The mail comes from your email address. It goes to everybody that's in your contacts. And the reason they're doing this is for a couple of things. One is it gives them sufficient information to be able to learn more about you if they want to compromise you. It gives them the ability to send out communications to other people, especially with businesses. We're finding with business mail compromise, they're sending emails out to people who are owing the company money, giving them information to change bank account details so that it's paid into another account, which is of course an account under their control. And of course, when you pay monies into that account, the money's gone, you still owe the person that you actually owe money to. So it's really frightening, the things that are actually happening. So what we say to bank customers all the time, businesses or individuals, make sure that you have absolutely strict and difficult passwords for your email. Change those passwords for your email account as often as you're supposed to. If you're in the company, they usually have policies around all of this. Password should never be the shortest one possible. You know, we say minimum 6, but really it should be far more than that, double if you can. It's things that you should be able to remember, but also not for other people to remember, you know. So it's that kind of thing. You can set a password that gives you a clue as to what your password is, but not other people. And look in your mailbox. Go into your mailbox. Look to see if there's sent items that you didn't send. Be concerned if you're receiving communication saying that emails didn't go through, or somebody's complaining about spam coming from your mailbox.
Yes, I was wondering about that. Like, how would you know if you've been hacked?
There's a couple of signs, and we always refer everybody to the Sibling website all the time because we keep all of this information there. But for one, another sign that you could look out for is you're getting no mails because they've now taken over that account. They've set it up in such a way, they change the settings, so you're not going to get anything. So it's very important to get somebody that you trust, somebody who's tech savvy about this, to do a check on your machine to see if there's any changes that have been made. Those changes need to be discarded immediately, and you need to reset your whole email account. You need to have new passwords set in. So, you know, look out for those things of where people are. Or you're getting an email saying this mail bounced, and we should wonder, did I even send out this email to anybody? You know, so it's that kind of thing that you really need to be looking out for all the time. But you need to make sure that you have the latest online security software updated all the time, your antivirus, your anti-spyware, that kind of thing. So you've got to take care of all of that.
How bad can things get when somebody gets into your email account?
Well, look, they could either be sending people communications. They can use it for various purposes. They could reach out to people with some sad story that they need help. They could send it to all your contacts, giving some story to say, you know, you need some financial help, and can you have this amount of money? And people see it coming from your mails, and they may think, gosh, you've never asked for help. You know, do they send you some money, and you provide a bank account number? Or they say, if it's a business one, like I said, change of bank account details, the person pays into a different account. They could also, which is what's also has been happening, they gather sufficient information about maybe someone who has high level of authorization within a company. So say if you are the CEO of the company and you can authorize big payments, they gather enough information from your mailbox. They then send a mail out from that person's email account to the CFO and say, can you please pay X, Y, and Z? They also sometimes, what they do is, we found this as well, and this is very interesting to know. Perpetrators, really smart people, they pick the phone up, they phone the IT department of the particular company purporting to be you, and say, look, I'm about to do a presentation. I've got 2 minutes, but I can't get into my account. I forgot my password. Please won't you open it and give me a password so that I could use a temporary one, and I'll set it later. So it's all, again, a little bit of social engineering, playing on people's emotion, and trying to get access whatever way they can.
And it seems so obvious to us now, but actually when you're not expecting it, you're just carrying on at work, you can easily be blindsided.
Yes, and that's why you need to be very mindful. Everything has to be double-checked and verified. If you get a request to change someone's password, if you're in that position in a company, make a call to the person on a number that you know. Check with them first. You know, make sure that everything is authorized properly and double-checked because of these possible compromises.
Not only are you always so glamorous, but also so wise. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Join us next week when Fabric CEO Kalyani Pillay talks to us about money laundering and how we can avoid being fooled into these types of scams.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Fabric.
Now, we've been asking you on our social media platforms, what are you doing for Nelson Mandela Day and how are you spending your 67 minutes? So if you've been wondering what we got up to as the Afternoon Express team, have a look at this. We all know how fulfilling it is to give back. And that's why for Mandela Day, myself and the Afternoon Express team are spending our 67 minutes at the Haven Night Shelter, doing our parts for those who need it the most. Giving back always brings me so much joy, and I think it's very important to remember that the small contributions can make a world of a difference. Mr. Lionel, as the manager of the Haven Night Shelter, tell us about some of the work that you do.
The main purpose of the Haven is to assist people to get off the streets. We do have plus minus 15 shelters in the Haven group. All our shelters do have the same purpose in trying to get people home. That is our vision of the Haven Night Shelter. So what we do is we provide them with the necessary so that they can reunite or reintegrate with their families. We try to make it a living world for our clients coming from the streets. Most of them, they do not have the privileges that other people do have, but we try our level best to assist them to get back onto their feet and to go to reunite with their family and their friends.
As a client at the Haven Night Shelter, how has this initiative helped you?
Basically, it helped me a lot. Took me from the streets thanks to Mr. Lionel Adams, the manager. They put me in a support group and trauma counseling, all of those things for the things I've been through. I came here with absolutely nothing and I have a locker full of clothing now, you know, and yeah, they've been taking very good care of a person, yeah.
Mandela Day mean to you, Zach?
Mandela Day to me just means just getting stuck in and helping people that need it the most.
Mo, as part of the food team on Afternoon Express, how important is good nutrition?
You know, for so many people, this will be their first and only meal of the day, and therefore it needs to be really good. So today we were told we're making a delicious egg curry, so it's really balanced with proteins, nutrition, and the warmth. We're in the middle of winter, so this is so fitting.
I came to the Haven Night Shelter in Napier Street on the 7th of February. I was like down and out, nowhere to go, don't know anybody, and this was the Haven. Through the Haven I got a job, thanks to the social worker and management and staff of the Haven. And I'm now currently working, and I'm also donating my spare time to the Haven, doing the laundry, kitchen duties, everything around here.
So what does Nelson Mandela Day mean to you?
Dude, man, it just means a lot, and it's just about helping others, you know, and if everybody can just do a little bit, we can just make such a big, big difference in the world.
In the South African culture, a huge part of it is giving back. As the saying goes, umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, and that's exactly what Mandela stood for.
We really need more places like the Haven Night Shelter in and around South Africa. The rate of our population is dropping into homeless and people on the streets, even our children, our families that is ripped apart and then end up on the streets and then have the need for places like this to find themselves again and go back to their families out there. That's why I'm so thankful for the Haven, for the opportunity in giving our clients this to find yourself and go back to your family or start your own family outside again.
It's been such an incredible day spending time with the team outside of the studio, giving back at the Haven Night Shelter. You too at home have the power to get involved. For as little as 60 Rand, you can secure a 5-night stay for someone in need. All you have to do is head over to our website for more details.
Still to come on Afternoon Express, we have a fantastic performance by Biko's Manna after this.
Okay, you can go there.
So we start now.
So.
My skin is beautiful, yeah, and your skin is beautiful, yeah, my skin is beautiful, yeah, and your skin is beautiful, yeah, Africa, when love yourself now. Africa, when love yourself now. Say, whoa, na 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 na. Whoa, na 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 na. Whoa, na 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 na. Whoa, na 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 na. No, whoa, whoa, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Whoa, whoa, na 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 na. Ginebalelise mina, Gazikhenya, Gazikhenya. Whoa, ginebalelise mina, Gazikhenya,
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I hope you're having just as good a day as we are. Now, Vuyasi Bolo is the brains behind the label Fashion Guards. His clothing puts a modern twist on conventional uniforms, incorporating a futuristic element in each of his unique garments. His brand is fast becoming one of the most popular street brands, adorned by the coolest celebs and forward-thinking creatives. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about the collection that you brought for us today, because the fabric that you use, firstly, is amazing.
Some Japanese material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your collection. What does it stand for?
Kamagu, it's sort of like me explaining my spiritual journey, trying to connect with the gods. Yeah. So
I quite
it's,
like that.
Yeah. So.
And then it looks super futuristic, but it almost looks like there's like bulletproof vests or what?
Yeah.
Tell me about the concept behind that.
Yeah, the concept behind Bulletproof Vest, I started it back in, I think in 2014.
Yeah.
At that time I was playing around, and it was inspired by His Must Fall.
Okay.
So yeah. And
Awesome.
Well, leading from that incredible inspiration to other inspirations of ours, today we're doing something completely different, it being Nelson Mandela Day. We've decided to fuse our music and our fashion in one. So Bekumana's music explores themes about loving yourself and embracing being African. Today they're performing a song inspired by Mam Winnie Madikizela Mandela titled Africa, Love Yourself. Enjoy, and over to you, fashion gods.
My skin is beautiful, yeah, and your skin is beautiful, yeah, my skin is beautiful, yeah, and your skin is beautiful, yeah, Africa, when love yourself now. Africa, when love yourself now. Say, whoa, na 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 na, whoa, na 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 na.
And thank you so much. Your collection is also absolutely amazing. I feel like it's the future. Thank you so much for seeing us. Good night and God bless.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.